Can we have a roll call?
Commissioner Buttrey?
Here.
Commissioner Pears? Commissioner Fike?
Here.
Commissioner Gordon?
Here.
Commissioner Pearlman?
Here.
Commissioner Ransford? I'm sorry, I missed Councilwoman Grand. And Commissioner Stopper.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Does someone want to make a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there support?
Seconded.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved. Hi, Jean.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. Next up on the agenda is approval of the minutes. So if we could take a minute to review the minutes. If you could just look up when you're done, that way I'll know. That would be great. One thing to note that I did notice is that Alex Perlman's last name is spelled incorrectly on page 1. It's no A, correct?
That is correct.
On Perlman,
Okay.
the first A.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody done reading the minutes? With that change to Alex's last name, are there any other changes to the minutes? Okay, does someone want to make a motion to approve?
I would move that we approve the minutes.
Is there support?
I support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The minutes are approved. I would like to welcome Alex Perlman to our meeting. If you could just say a brief, I know you did it at our last meeting, but for those who are watching who may not,
Sure.
who may have missed it, if you could just introduce yourself and welcome.
Thank you. My name is Alex Perlman. I'm a lifelong resident of Ann Arbor, excuse me, and a real estate professional here in Ann Arbor. Very passionate about outdoor spaces, places that I can take my dog, and local food and the local food ecosystem. Very excited to be working with you all.
Great, welcome. And I wanted to mention too that we still have an opening for a biologist to serve on the commission. So members of the public who are interested in serving, please submit an application. Okay, moving on to public commentary, and there are no members of the public to make comments at this time. Moving on to special presentations. We do not have any special presentations that I'm aware of. Old business is the next item on the agenda, and we don't have any old business. We are going to be restarting up the scoring criteria committee for the Greenbelt criteria that we use for evaluating properties. So I just wanted to mention that because that was somewhat old business. Next up is new business, and under new business we have election of officers. So as we do this every year where we have a chair and a vice chair to the meeting. So if there are any nominations for chair of the commission, if someone wants to make any such motions.
I would move that you be chair for another year.
We'd like
Is there support for that?
I support that motion.
Okay. Are there any more nominations for chair of the commission? Hearing none, we will vote to approve myself as chair of the commission. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I am remaining a chair. Okay, moving on. I would like to make a nomination for vice chair for John Ramsberg. And we did speak in the executive committee meeting that he would accept if he was so nominated. Is there support for that nomination?
I would support that.
Jean, okay. Discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? John remains as vice chair. Great. Moving on, under new business, we have staff update.
Hello. I have a couple of updates today. Very happy to announce that on June 26th, Ann Arbor Township closed on the 113-acre Stiles Collegian easement, for which the Greenbelt provided some financial support. So that brings the Greenbelt's total protected acres to just over 5,200 acres to date. So it's a nice milestone, and it was the 56th project that we helped with.
Wow.
And also, this week a press release went out about the U of M's Program Masters project. So it's posted online. As far as I know, nobody has actually picked it up yet. So if you do see it, let me know, and
We're
we'll
hoping
go ahead
that
and distribute
MLive
that.
will do an article
I did
about
notify
it.
them extra
So
too, so
we'll see.
hopefully they'll pick it up. So very excited about that. And they also posted a link to the study online as well. So anybody who's really interested can read the full 60 or 70 page
79
report.
pages.
Yeah, it was a pretty long report. And like our chair just announced, we still have one vacancy on GAC for the animal or plant biologist. So if you know anybody who would be appropriate for that position, please go ahead and let them know to apply for this. And lastly, I have some really good news. Emailed with Kriya Kay, who was our intern last year for the Greenbelt program, and she helped with the communication plan, and she got a full-time position. So she, as of yesterday, it was her first day, she's working as a coordinator for the Urban Wildlife Information Network in Chicago. This is a multi-state program that examines how ecological systems interact with urban settings and to create more wildlife-friendly cities. So she started yesterday and will be managing the network and coordinating the activities of the partners and the agencies that are part of the network. So I'm very excited for her.
That's great.
So
That's wonderful news.
yes, and that was it. I have no other updates.
If you wouldn't mind talking about the bus tour,
Yeah, so on June 2nd,
and
last month.
Stephanie can chime in too, and
Yeah.
others who were there could chime in about how it went.
Yeah, it went really well. We had our 8th annual Greenbelt program bus tour. We went to 3 different sites that the program has helped protect and is currently helping to protect. One of them is an ASTEP funding, so NRCS funding project in Lodi Township, the Drake Farm, which is a local family-owned dairy farm. Then we went to a preserve that we help protect with the county, Scioto Woods Preserve in Scioto Township. And we ended with the Sealy Farm, which is also a current project that we're hoping to close within the next couple of weeks, which is a certified organic vegetable farm in Ann Arbor Township. So we had really good participation. We were sold out. We actually had one person from the waiting list show up as well, so we were able to get her on the tour.
So
which
how many
was
people
great.
total? roughly?
The bus held 34 total, and then we had some commission members who also accompanied us and who had to actually follow the bus in their personal vehicle because we were full. So it was really nice. The weather was not quite as good as the forecast had said, but the rain held off for the most part. So I think everybody had a great time and talked to the farmers and really learned a lot. And so far, I've heard positive feedback only. So that's
And we had
always
some
nice to hear.
legislators, or their staff
Right, we
attending
had
as well?
we had some staff from NRCS, that's a Natural Resources Conservation Service, which is a great partner who have helped us protect 27 of the property of the 56 projects to date, they have provided partial funding for those purchases. So we had some staff from the national headquarters attend. We had the Michigan coordinator for the program attend as well. We had some aides from Representative Zemke's office attend, and I think that was it for the official visitors that came. So yes, definitely very excited to have partners and supporters come.
Great.
Given the success of the bus tour and obviously the interest in it, do you believe that there should be more activations like that or additional opportunities for the public to tour at other times of the year?
Well, the public can tour any of the publicly accessible sites that we have helped protect. Obviously, the conservation easements are privately owned, but even on some of those, there is a potential for some public participation, for public visitation to those sites. The ones that the county help protect do have occasional educational tours as well. It is something we've talked about. It's a capacity issue right now for the Greenbelt program to actually put on additional tours. We've talked about getting bigger buses so that more people can attend, but then you have problems with access, and then you have problems with so many people trying to hear what the farmers are saying. It just gets pretty difficult logistically. And we don't really have funding set aside for this, so it's kind of, it's something that we're fitting in with the current staff capacity.
Understood.
But there certainly have been conversations about that, so I'd be open for any suggestions on how to make that happen.
Nonetheless, congratulations on that turnout.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very
thanks.
impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Yeah, the past few years, we've had a waiting list for the tour, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wonderful.
And just wanted to note too that over the years, Legacy Land Conservancy has also done a bus tour of some of their preserved properties too. And in the past, I believe they've had that occur in the fall.
Oh,
I'm
great.
not sure about their plans. I served on their board for a while, and I'm not currently on their board, so I'm not sure what their current plans are. But I know that they were very popular as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great to see the interest from the public.
Right.
Yeah. Any other questions for me?
I thought it was a great event. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thanks.
Great. Thanks, Ruth. Next up on the agenda is next agenda items. Does anybody have any agenda items for the next meeting to add? Okay, and the next item on the agenda is a motion to go into closed session to discuss land acquisition, and we are short one member in order to vote for that, or do we have six? Oh, we have six. Okay, so does someone want to make a motion to go into closed session?
I move that we close the open session and open the closed session to consider properties.
Okay, is there support?
I'll second that.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We will go into the closed session. Want to make a motion to go back into open session?
I move we close the closed session and open the open session.
Is there support?
Yes.
Yes.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are back. Are there any motions from the closed session?
Yes.
Okay, Alex.
Motion to recommend to City Council to apply for USDA NRCS Agriculture Conservation Easement Program funding for the property identified in application ID 2012-01.
Is there support for Alex's motion?
Support.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Any other motions?
I have a motion to recommend city participation with Webster Township and Washtenaw County in the acquisition of a conservation easement on the property identified in application ID 2017-08, and approval of the contribution of funds not to exceed $188,000 from the Open Space and Parkland Preservation Millage.
Is there support?
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Are there any other motions?
I have one. Motion to recommend exercise of the city's right of first refusal on the property identified in application ID 2005-01.
Is there support?
Second.
Okay. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay.
Nay.
The motion does not pass. Okay. All right, any other motions? No, from the closed session. Okay, public commentary. There are no members of the public that I see. Communications, any report from the communications committee? No?
Nothing happened.
And next item on the agenda is the executive committee report. I can report about the executive committee, which met recently to talk about the agenda for this meeting. We met on June 26th and talked about some of the projects that were coming up and that we discussed in closed session, and some project updates from Ruth that she talked about during her update today. And looking at the scoring committee and getting that started again. The strategic plan is 5 years old now, so looking at possible revisions to the strategic plan. And that was it for the executive committee. Okay, next up on the agenda is adjournment. Does someone want to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support?
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.